we'll just play it by ear, Ma.
Fine.
That's what we're gonna do. We'll just off the cuff play it by ear. Hello, hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a hook empath. I just like have these little talks, conversations. Sometimes Mom will chime in on how I feel about things and how she feels about things. She doesn't chime in on how I feel.
No, I am not.
Anyway, so we had a good day. It was a good Feliz Navidad. We feliced and we navied and we dotted.
That's funny, Marge.
It was a good day. We got to FaceTime with the family in Sacramentos. That was nice to see the girl. Should look, Retta's showing you your new slippers. Show Ma, show the world, show Carl your new slippers. We get the gist. Don't try and turn your feet around.
I'll just rock here.
They have little foxes on them. They're adorable. They're adorable. So see, Mom, her little feet are so tiny. Her feet are only this big. She was born with the club feet. She didn't take her first steps until you were probably maybe 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
And were you wearing the casts when you first took your steps? So they were like,
Yeah.
she had casts on up past her knees, or
Yes,
to
support.
and then they had like the little wooden stumps on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
They don't do that so much anymore, but I've seen in other people, and kids are so mean and cruel to begin with, you know. But so she has always been so grateful that she can walk because she wasn't able to when she was born, without having all these surgeries, tendon replacements, heel transplants,
Yeah.
you know.
People don't appreciate the ability to walk. There's so many people that don't appreciate
They
it.
don't. There's a lot of people that don't appreciate just that they woke up today. I try and just be grateful that I woke up today.
Hey, Danny.
They're all extra.
Hey,
Whoopee!
oh, Margie, he found a little toy.
Well, that's probably okay.
Is that his toy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no wonder.
Yeah, I'll get it, Mom. I'll get
Yeah,
it.
he was after.
He wants the cow, but don't get it too close to Luna, because Luna will
He'll
try and steal it. Come on. Come here, Benny. Come over here.
Did he like it?
He don't care. I don't want him to jump on the bed. Or jump on the air mattress. He found another one that he's more interested in. He found the unicorn.
He's like a little kid.
They all are. And I don't want to have to pay attention to him right now. Benny, come here.
Did he get
Heifer Pumperdink. Come here, handsome man. Today will be, well, soon. I got a futon today. That's why I'm like, you know what?
Where is it?
Because I'm big on supply. It's in the back of the minivan. I'm big on supply chain stuff because I became extra cognizant of it when I was in the Air Force. On the and supply chain in America is fucked. I gotta tell you. So if there's things that like people are relying on, I would be nervous right now.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one because insulin popped in my head, but I don't think that's really a concern because Big Pharma isn't part of it. But something like that. And I think insulin just popped up just because Carl's here.
Because who?
Carl's here. He's diabetic. But something out like okay, all right, like computers for your cars. Okay, supply chain would impact that. Benny, this isn't your conversation. Okay, like with the big red truck. My big red truck, it was a 1995, 1996 Dodge Ram 1500. And it had the second generation computer. And those are a nightmare. Or the first generation, not the second. But the first, and they're a nightmare. And so you can't get them brand new anymore. You can just get them like refurbished. And so it was a 50-50 chance when I got it. You know, it was going to freaking run the system as it should. Or there's something glitchy somewhere. And it needed further address. But it was doing the same thing. And that would be that it would run perfect. All 8 cylinders would fire, and then something would happen, and it would just throw it into a weird, and then like it would only run, and then like 2 cylinders wouldn't fire. It would only run on 6, and just weird shit. But everything, I mean, technology. Like I was driving home from getting the futon tonight, and like we drove all the way out here. And then it didn't, and we've had this car for a couple weeks now. We've been here, drove all the way out here, and never once do it. It's all the cosmic energy and technology. It's all the freaking everything's just freaking wonky, and everybody's magnetic field is just woo 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 woo. Because people's spirits are like 3D, 4D, 5D, 60, 70, 80, 90. What? 3D, and people are just like, and people are acting all kinds of crazy. I mean. Weird shit is, and this is what the astrology has been talking about. So, like, when people have been saying, man, shit's really gonna get weird, well, it's kind of weird in Tennessee. The whole gematria that coincided with it is all pretty weird, and it's people are predictable and they think they're slick, but they're mostly patterns. And we're on this 19-year cycle, and freaking. Shit's gonna get weird, but yet it's so predictable because people have free will, and mostly they're self-serving. The people that are, playing chess. That's the people at top R's. They're just playing chess. Only we're the pawns. We're the pawns. It's been like trading places for years and years and years. These rich people just like. Let's do weird shit just because we can and make them. And now it's like at a climax. Huh.
Is it a climax for...
The craziness, the nonsensical, the stuff about, let's see how much weird shit we can do before they even notice that we're making them do weird shit. Easy, Luna. It's not all your space, dude. She's such a moody bitch. Sometimes Benny's a moody bitch. Sometimes Tucker's a moody bitch. Sometimes Artie's a moody bitch. Sometimes I'm a moody bitch. Mom's not much of a moody bitch. Not so much anymore. She used to be.
No, I never was.
Oh, Mom, you've had periods and years of your lives where you didn't talk to me.
Well, that could be.
Did you hear that? Oh, that could be. That's funny. But we get along great now. That's the thing. It's like...
You are always so bossy.
What?
You've always been so bossy.
I don't want to be. I'm just the one that always has the better ideas in the room.
No, you just like being bossy.
No, Mom's got jokes today. I don't like to be bossy.
Yes, you do.
I just like for things to move along.
Yeah,
I don't like a lot of stagnancy.
Trying to get them to move along.
Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Cancer, Rising. What else? How else am I supposed to act? What else am I supposed to do? Tuck it out of his ear. So yeah, we had a pretty good day today, I think.
I think it was an exceptional day.
It's funny, I love living in small towns because everybody knows everybody. And you can't like screw people up because it's like, it's like my friend from here, she it's her maintenance man whose son I bought the futon from inadvertently today. That was kind of cool. But it's cool, and hopefully I'll have it set up tomorrow. I don't know. I got to do logistics and see how my back feels. But I got my back brace right here.
Well, why don't you sleep with it?
I'm not gonna sleep with this on. That's weird.
It'll give you some.
I only use it when I do heavy lifting. So I got I gotta move out this little love seat thing, and it's really cool. It's not huge. It's smaller in real life, but it's just, it's basically a queen size.
In real life?
It's smaller in real life than I thought it was.
Oh.
Based on the pictures of it that I saw on
Facebook.
Facebook.
It was
No, it's just my interpretation. Let's see, I got I took a picture of it the other day. But, I mean, it's an oak futon. It doesn't suck.
It's still sturdy.
Yeah, it's sturdy. And that's the thing, it was like, I need a futon. As soon as I got here and we got screwed out of that other mattress that I paid for, 2 mattresses and only one showed up on that was just like cherry on the fucking shit cake as far as those 2 are concerned. On the crab cake. Anyway, I don't want to get too into that. So that's why these air mattresses, and Stanley I think uses this one as a scratching post and it has a leak in it. But this is, I mean, it's just like, it's what I wanted. It's what I pictured in my head, you know, and I'm one of those that utilizes a lot of resources, and this is a really small community. And actually, there's only 2 million people in this whole state. 2 million people. So supply chain is like, oh, wow. So, but everything I've ever manifested, I've thrown out there has been provided. Everything. Always. This place was like that. It was just always, the things came in, and there's like humps in the road to slow the progress of things. But my whole life has been magic. Margic. The magical margicals. What?
That's a good attitude.
It has been. It's like, I mean, there's been points that it's been scary just taking the blind steps. Total, just like, I don't think that there's any ground here, but I'm going to go ahead and take a step. And like stepping off a canyon, and then there's like footsteps there that have gotten us all the way from frickin' where we were to where we are now. And I just did this whole, like, for the last 6 months, the last year, I just listened to God. I just listened to God's direction and what was best for all of us and not just for me.
He never let us down.
No, never. And it was like, I was thinking about all the gifts that, because I never looked at Christmas, like, Christmas is just such weird to me. But I always look, because, like, people have gifted me stuff all year round. Like, Fred got me this rattle, my turtle rattle, because I'm standing turtle. Standing turtles don't run. It's kind of a play off Longmire. So anyway, this is my rattle, and I've danced in good intention and to praise God and Source and Jesus, baby Jesus. Happy birthday, baby Jesus. Today, baby Jesus, this is his birthday. Merry Christmas, Ma.
Merry Christmas, Ma.
So, Navajo. That was from my Earth Angel. And then this guy broke on the way out.
Oh, your little...
He broke.
But you put him together.
No, this is the... Oh, that makes me mad. Ugh. Try not to let it go. I mean, I just got to be real careful with it. Because I just saw how fragile the base is, too. But I can...
Put him on top, and then he won't get
but I need his presence. I like him. I think it's so funny that they're eating watermelon, because every time I think about it, because like I like artificial watermelon flavor, but when I was probably 12 years old, we were in Paso Robles. My grandma took my brother and I to, and I was a little bit younger than that, maybe 11, 10. Little short, little round, fat girl, you know. I look like Nicholas on 8 is Enough. And there was a watermelon eating contest in the town square. No joke. And so they're like, come on, kids, go do it. It'll be fun. Why fucking scarfing down watermelon with seeds as fast as you could? Sounds like a good idea to anyone. It's just way past me. But it was like, they were always telling me to do stuff I didn't want to do. And then if I didn't, it would be like, you have a bad attitude kind of stuff. So I would do everything and anything and everything. Yeah. is what I ended up doing. And then, boy, they wish I wouldn't have done it now, huh? Right?
Right, Marge.
Oh, anyway. So I partook, and my brother sat down, and I sat down, and it was like the sheriff of Paso Robles. It was like these old fat white dudes, you know, with their cowboy hats and their fucking big old belt buckles and shit that they hadn't seen in years and years. Without the aid of a mirror, I'm sure. And there's probably, 8 guys or something like that, and then me and my brother, and at the last second, my brother got up to let another man sit down, so it was me and a bunch of men. Yeah, and it's so watermelon, that's what it makes me think of, is watermelon. Stand By Me, the movie with the pie eating, kind of makes me think about that, because I frickin' hurled watermelon. Took me a long time before I could eat watermelon again.
Really?
Yeah, because it in a watermelon, it just wasn't good.
It wasn't, is it?
You ate watermelon I ate like 3/4 of a watermelon.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
And these other guys ate like 2.5 watermelons and stuff like that, but I was like 10. I didn't want to do any of it.
Wow.
But I had to be a good sport. As I was puking watermelon in the bathrooms. You know, coming out my nose and stuff is stupid. But oh well. Makes for good stories, I guess. That's what it makes me think of the Kachina.
What's Kachina?
That's what these guys with watermelon. So reminds me not to be a glutton.
Are they the little characters?
Yeah, that's what Fragine sent us, and it broke in the move.
Oh.
It didn't break all the way, and I can fix it. It's cottonwood, so it's like I gotta think about what kind of adhesive I want to use on cottonwood, because it doesn't take much because it'll absorb into the wood too. So just a regular wood glue, you know. There's so many different. I get lost in dichotomy because there's so many different options for everything. You got your 2-part epoxies. Look out! What do you do? You know. So I leave it. Don't mess with it until I didn't know that the bottom was that busted though, but it has sat there fine for as long as it's been there, so it'll be fine for a little while longer. Anyway, yep, the world's just people are just getting nuttier and nuttier and nuttier and nuttier and nuttier. Nuttier. What else is happening today? I got a funny picture of Stanley. He was shaking his head. So his head looked like... He was shaking his head, and I just took a snap. And he looks like the elephant kitty. Anyway. What else do we... Oh, Mom and I... Oh, this is funny. I could share this with people, Ma.
What's that?
I don't think that they can hear it. Maybe... I don't know if I should, though. I got it here. Here's a video. I got it. We were doing donuts in the front yard. We just went out for a ride into the end of the road and back. And Benny was surfing. And Luna was surfing. And then Artie and Tucker were on the floorboard. And we were just going real slow in circles. And I kind of was sliding a little bit. But that is such a good picture of her. That's so pretty, Ma. You're such a pretty lady, Ma. Let's see. So we were just doing little donuts. Nothing too crazy. So that made Christmas and a little extra jolly, huh?
Yeah.
And then we had fudge.
Yeah. That was good.
Fudge was good. I don't know. I make better fudge. I make really good fudge. I made some good fudge. Oh, I like to do stuff that takes a while. I don't like to do stuff that takes like a lot of food prep. Because there's other stuff I'd rather do than food prep. But I like preparatory foods that like you gotta. You gotta let simmer together and make and stuff like that. So.
And you simmer it?
Like sauces and soups and stuff that you can that you prepare.
Prepare.
Yeah, but not a lot of food prep. I just like to cook. Mom likes to try what I cook too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna get up early in the morning. I didn't today.
You've always liked to bake.
And bake some Toll House milk chocolate chip morsely cookies for Ma and Tonya, Denise's granddaughter.
Who's granddaughter?
Denise's granddaughter.
Does she live here?
No. So anyway, what else happened today? Overdoses, a lot of deaths. There was a lot of people that died today.
Why? How'd you find that out?
Just like in the news, like this one guy who was like, I don't know what I've never seen the guy before in my life, but he was like 56 in New York. He died, probably an overdose. There's just a lot of weird.
His health was bad.
There's just all kinds of. No, there's another guy that was a basketball player. He died. I think he was on the Celtics. Is that Boston? Yo, tomorrow, Letterkenny on Hulu. Letterkenny on Hulu. If anybody wondered what I'm doing tomorrow, I'll be watching Letterkenny on Hulu.
Watching what?
Letterkenny. It's a show that I rather enjoy.
Oh, it's a show.
Yeah.
And it's called what?
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
It's one word.
Oh.
It's a fictitious name. Well, maybe it's not an actual. It's a city based on a city in Canada, Letterkenny, and it's. I think it's brilliant. I love the word whimsy. They have some of their scenarios when they start going around with the banter, with like, and they'll go in alphabet and stuff like that, and they'll all like the name games and stuff, like naming animals, and it's very clever. And there's not a lot of clever. There's not a lot of clever like anywhere. It's not a lot of clever. A lot of places, there's just not a lot of clever endeavor. The clever endeavor scope has reduxed. Hasn't been a lot of clever endeavors, and I don't know, because people are all too busy doing the same thing. So the astrology was saying that there was going to be an air of disappointment to this Christmas, of letdown, and I've seen a trend of that today.
Really?
Yeah, I know that some people that I talked to, were just like, yeah, it was just like, you know. This was a funny story though. Mr. Iski is on quarantine.
Why?
Because Betty has it. But oh, not to worry, because it's a 99% recovery rate, and they're healthy. Betty is Mr. Iski's lady friend.
Oh, it's his friend.
Yeah, so...
And so they both have it?
No, but it's chances are he could... It's just, it don't matter. It'll be alright. She feels fine. It'll be okay. That's what my point is. But the thing of it is she went to his clinic and tested positive, right? But I also heard of another story about, I don't know if it's the same clinic, the same time, but I think that there was some guy there at the same time, and he was like, it was like he left. He left before he had the test administered, and he still got a notification saying that he tested positive when he didn't test for it. And so I was thinking that today. I'm like, what if there's a universe for every thought every person ever has. So that's why people have to be so careful of their thoughts, because if you don't see the manifestation of it, somebody on the other side of the world will. The box. Anyway, it was, I was thinking, I'm like, what if there's a test out there for people based on Social Security number, and they're already designated to test positive just because of your DNA? What if? Because there's tests everywhere. People don't have places to live, but heck, a person can get one of these freaking tests every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, for something with a 99. And hey, my buddy, rest in peace, Pete. He's one of the people that was the 0.3% that, God rest his soul, died with complications due to. And I always wondered why he ate like shit, because he was a diabetic. And now I gotta miss him. Well, I don't have to miss him, because once people transition, they're with us everywhere. They're never, they're never not. You just tune into them. Hey, Pete, what's up? His clowny ass. He loved his dog so much. It's cool to still see pictures of him, too, But it's not I don't deny the existence of it. I just always encourage people to make healthy choices, so secondary things don't become primary is all. But people don't like that accountability. I don't. Because I eat my feelings. I eat my feelings. Like, when I'm happy, I eat. When I'm sad and depressed and scared and freaking out, I don't eat. When I'm stressed, out, I don't eat. I don't have an appetite at all. But when I'm happy, put extra creamer in my coffee. It's all about flavor and vibration. So that's how I gotta keep my own stuff, and make sure I go out and freaking move around extra, dance around a little bit more, because I had a little extra creamer in my coffee today. But the DOGs keep me pretty busy. And I've been taking extra trips because my shoulders have been hurting, so.
Is it cold?
I don't know. It just sucks. It's probably the cold. See, every year you get older, things change, things hurt more.
It settles in your joints.
And then freaking, it just sucks getting old. You just can't take care of yourself when you're younger. Don't go out and do all that crazy stuff and go hurting yourself. Because freaking every stupid thing that you've done when you're a kid, you're reminded of it all the time. I'm glad, because I have bad ankles, so I never did skateboard. I tried to skateboard, and I still have pebbles in my knees. And I do bike stunts and all kinds of weird, stupid other kind of stunts. But I was never a skateboarder because my ankles were bad. But when I tried, I was goofy foot, that's for sure. I tried a lot of stuff. That's fun. He just said, try in my ear to fix you, because it's fix you. As I think about all my hurts and pains that I did, I became more careful. I'm careful now, man. My mind wants to go buzzing and tearing through the house like a banshee. And then all I see is accident potential. I just see all these calculators it's trip to the doctor, risk higher if you move, that's a safety hazard, and all this stuff. I was just becoming this cautious, because I was not. I think that's how I died in my last incarnation, by miscalculating something by a hair. And I think I was doing a stunt or something, and I freaking broke. Because I'm pretty sure I came into this incarnation, number 1, as a female when I was a male, and had been a male for incarnation after incarnation. And then I cured all this karma and treated women all this kind of way. And then so universe says, okay, now it's ready, set, bloop, gung, here. Lesson, boom, 10 months old. Men can be evil. Get life experience. Witness to this. All the stuff that I did. I had to become so careful what you do. Careful. Oh, it is people. Oh. So I'm pretty sure I can, because I was always a daredevil. I was climbing trees at 2-3 years old, where the adults had to go up and get me. And I was like, no, I'm good. I was always trying to get in the sky. I want to go back up there, man.
One at the highest point.
Highest point. I ended up on top of the Empire State Building. I was always thought I was afraid of heights, and going in the elevator, having that experience, that being in the elevator for me sucked more than. And then as soon as I stepped out, I was like, I guess I'm not afraid of heights. I'm like, that's cool, you know.
That's one way to look at it.
That was pretty. That was. I've had a lot of really cool life experiences, and it's funny. I was thinking about that today. Nah, I just talk about videos. I hate typing. But a lot of these people I've had these experiences with, they're not even in my life anymore. And they cut me out. You know? So I try not to get too attached to people. Because you never know what it is. And I've had that point of myself with other people. Time to not to know them anymore. Done. You know, I always know what it is for me. I guess I get curious as I wonder what it is for other people. You know? Because my whole life people keep talking about unconditional love. And my whole life I've been looking for it. I found it when I started living it. When I started giving it. That's when I started getting it back. See, we were kind of had a tough go at the beginning, me and Ma. You know? Took a lot of years for, you know. And she was one of those that just didn't really know what to do with me.
You are a challenge.
She's like, you are a challenge. But, you know, Ma was better prepared to, you know. And I didn't lie a lot. I mean, I would take her to keggers and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So she wouldn't have to wonder what I was doing, because oftentimes I just come along and see for yourself, you know. I always kind of live my life as an open book. It causes trouble sometimes. But, what else happened today? It's good to see the girls. Mom doing freaking donuts in the parking lot. That was cool.
What was that?
And all the dogs were in the back seat too. That was earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that made today an extra Merry Christmas. That was funny. I don't know what else happened today. Oh, I just had it up. I just go, news. Breaking. A negative test for travel. I don't even think I ever care if I ever travel ever again, really. I don't think it'd be worth the hassle. Like international.
Going to the airport and all of that.
Yeah, because you can't fly without wearing a mask, so it's like, fucking why? It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not excited about all this freaking stories that are gonna come out about Tennessee.
What's happening in Tennessee?
There was an explosion this morning. It's just weird. Not that I know of. From what I understand, only 3 people were injured, but it was an intentional act. But it was just like, dude, it's like, okay, cue intentional act. That's what it's like. That's what the astrology is. Cue intentional. It's the same timeline. They like to do it every 19 years. It ain't no fucking. It's like they ain't slick. But the thing of it is, some of us, if you give us the tools, we will figure out where and when these things are going to happen before they actually happen. Unlike the CIA or the FBI or any of these other federally funded bureaucrats that just kind of go, we'll give you $10,000 if you help us find who did it. Give me the freaking tool. Give me the credentials. I'll fucking find these people while I'm hanging out with my mom. Yeah. Yeah. Some of us can. But I guess it's more important that people not get caught and have to deal with the consequences of freaking generational freaking trash baggery. Whatever. So I'll just hang out here and pray. May they come to the light. Please help them, baby Jesus. I hope people had a good day celebrating baby Jesus today. See how that candle's doing. I don't like when it gets down too low. It's a safety hazard. There's always fires almost starting in the dorms when I worked at the Jesuit University. Oh yeah, I know. I got my first hand about the creepy creepertons and the people. Oh, I got my stories. I got my stories on the creepy Jesuits. Their international travel and their they never take a vow of poverty. Oh no. Oh no. Marge in charge. Marge like electricity. Marge charged. Merry Christmas, stoner chick. Hi, Aaron. I hope you and yours are good today. Yeah, new episodes of Letterkenny will be out tomorrow. The whole new 9th episode. See, I recognize as freaking, what was I saying? My train of thought just derailed. I'm like a girl Wayne. I still look in people's eyes. I still shake people's hands when I meet them. I try. And then people give me this shit. I'm just like, you're dumb. They don't, people don't touch each other. That's what all this is about. People aren't about touching. See, a lot of people's parents are tucked away and they can't hang out with them on Christmas because of this ailment with the 99% recovery rate, right? It's horse crap. Anyway, I would like to personally see more people, and I'm always pulling it down. Like even when I have to go into the store, like when I leave, I'll pull it down and say thank you, and smile and walk off. Dude, I paid $4 fucking grand for this smile. I ain't gonna waste it. It was either this, or I was gonna have top surgery. I was gonna have my boobs cut off because I just don't like them. But I went with the recovery was too harsh, and I didn't want tubes, drain tubes, and all that shit. So I went with braces instead. I had the full metal gear, full mouth. I was like I was 2010, 2011. I was 40, 39 in my 40s. But I always had that youthful look, and I always act like a child. People just can't believe it. You just see people at the store, man. Because I dance around. Everywhere I go, I dance. Like, even with my cart, we have a nice little routine together. And I just want people to just, dude, you can live a joyful experience. Like, and that's probably, and one of the reasons why I probably do it, because I grew up watching freaking, like, musicals and stuff.
Was it Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah, Laverne and Shirley. And Mork and Mindy, Mork. And, but I always I don't know, I was always a clown. It's always just, because life was hard for us. We had to make the best out of freaking worst case scenarios. We had to. You can't live in freaking like a glum lot. You can't stay in low vibrational frequency enough not to know how shitty things, I mean, I knew that, the stuff that was happening was shitty. But when it's your norm, and then you hear see other people's accounts of life, and then you have that compared to you, and you're just like, man, that was really shitty shit that we went through, And when I share my stories of my childhood around the cooler when I worked in Corp USA, I get some pretty funny looks.
People didn't believe
Yeah, it's just, well, because I was in the Midwest and everybody's so vanilla. Everybody has the same experience. I mean, there's like, 4 or 5 different paradigms and they're just all just reversible people. They just all have the same experience. And it's been generation and generation. But what do you do? What do you do?
Take it one moment at a time.
That's what you do. Take it one moment at a time. Sometime I just OPSEC. If you want to know anything about OPSEC, if you have questions about OPSEC, that's operational security. If you want to be safe in this world, because I took my friend with me to go get the futon, because it was funny, because the kid was like, "What's your phone number?" And I was like, "Why do you need my phone number? Like, give me your address on GPS kind of thing." But he blatantly, and I knew he was a kid. He's just like, so I can explain to you and not text. And I'm like, that's rad, because I fucking hate texting. For that, I hate it. Because it always auto-corrects, and then people think I'm an idiot anyway. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk to nobody. I hate typing. Because I'm not a good speller. I'm hooked on phonics. I think, and then I always come across the fucking grammar police and the speller Nazi and stuff. And I'm just like, get the fuck off me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, are you understanding the message I'm trying to convey to you? I had a speech impediment when I was a little girl. So they thought I heard things. Like they thought I was hearing impaired, but the thing of it is I hear things extra. And so
a higher.
Yeah, so I could always hear people in the back room in the corner talking shit, and then I go up and be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? What's going on with you guys today?" And then because I already knew they were talking. So if you're gonna talk shit, you're going to try and be nice to me in front of my face now? Yeah, are you? So now you're talk shit, now you're a fucking little bitch too. Okay. See, because I don't say things about anybody that I would not say in front of their face, and that is verifiable. That's verifiable.
And that's very seldom people do that.
Yeah, so
they'll say things behind people's back.
Some things are just better just left unsaid. Look, I've been eating my feelings. See? Look, this is from the salami. This is from the pepperoni or the cookies. No, these are probably cookies. And I've been drinking extra coffee.
Extra coffee?
I had 2 cups today instead of 1.
Is it better?
Well, with the creamer, it's just Christmas. I was just like, woke up and just like, I'm going to eat a cookie and have a cup of coffee. It's just like, I'm going to have another cup of coffee. And
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's
the
delightful.
Combination of the creamer and the coffee.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good.
Smooth, huh?
Nice. See, that's where I drink all my calories. I don't really eat a lot of food. I'll taste food when I'm cooking and stuff, but most of my calories are from creamer, from coffee, or like back in my drinking days. I was thinking about, God, thank God I'm not drinking this year. And I think about all the Christmases that I drank.
How old were you when you started drinking?
First time I ever tried it, like when I was a kid and Papa let me taste his beer.
Oh, really?
Or Dan let me taste his beer. Mom had a boyfriend who was like, I found a dime, and it was a Coors.
It was a what?
It was a Coors. That's what kind of beer it was.
Oh.
And I told him I'd give him my dime for that beer, and he's like, okay, on one condition, I get the first drink.
Okay.
And I was like, all right. So I gave him my dime, and he drank it all the way down to like the sides.
Really?
So I just got the taste of it.
Oh.
Wasn't going to let a 2-year-old drink a beer. He did make me later smoke cigarettes, though. Because I think it was part of my spirit not realizing that I died and I was still living as my previous incarnate, because I'd pretend like I was smoking. And I'd pick up cigarette butts and pretend like I was smoking. I love cigarette candy too. And yeah, I was a smoker for years. What?
Cigarette candy?
Yeah, they had cigarette candy where you could blow and the powdered sugar would come puffing out.
Oh, really?
Sometimes some of them were gum,
Huh.
but anyway, I didn't care about that so much because I just pick up the actual cigarettes. Well, Dan would bust me so many times. He's like, "You want to smoke? Okay, let's go smoke." So he sat me down with the pen, and that was probably 2 or 3. I just
was
cough
he doing
cough.
that because he didn't want you to get
Yeah, he
addicted
didn't
to
want me to. He didn't want me to ever do it again. He made it an unpleasant experience. I didn't have to like smoke the whole pack or anything, but I had to puff in and suck in enough to remember that I didn't want to do that, and I didn't until I wanted to do that. You know. Now I don't do that. I smoke flour.
And you're healthier for it.
I smoke flour. I don't want. One day I would love to just eat my flour. Just eat edible. Just like cook butter and eggs or do whatever. Just not even mess with smoking. Because it's just I just don't really like smoking anymore. I don't. It hurts and it's harsh.
How old were you when you started smoking?
I started smoking like clove cigarettes when I was like 15.
Oh, really?
And then started smoking. I was a Camel kid from the time I was like 16 or 17 until I quit when I was in my 30s. 2010, I think I quit.
Was it hard to withdraw?
No, it's like I didn't want to do it for about a year. It wasn't fun anymore. Because like at one point, one of the best things in the world would be like a cigarette with that cup of coffee. It's like time would stop. It's just that was just the best combination. Sometimes in the snow, after a snow, sometimes this is just a nice combo. But then it got where that wasn't even good anymore, and then I was just done. When you're done, when things aren't fun anymore,
You just let it go.
well, you can tell when it's a habit and you're just going through the motions. I think that's what a lot of people are doing right now, is because so many people have been going through the motions, and they're like, oh my God, this is just a habit. Crap.
Not a healthy one.
No, but they didn't know it until they were in it full time. A lot of people are like in their dis-ease full time right now. So they're figuring out what's good for them and what's not good for them. A lot of turnover. A lot of people breaking up, a lot of people getting a lot of turnover. A lot of earth changes. It's literally too, because like a lot of volcanic eruption. Wild shit. It's biblical. It's biblical, folks. So I think I've been running my mouth long enough. What time is it? Is that the cat? Stanley! Kitty kitty!
Back here for a while. Up on the. Can you hear it?
Hello, Joe Bob Riggs.
Did you hear it?
I heard him.
Is that me?
Yes, don't leave home without it. Joe Bob Riggs, meet Carl. Carl, meet Joe Bob Riggs. It's like, it's, I love that I am not, I'm not for the mainstream. I'm for the hardcore. I'm not for the lillygaggers.
Oh,
Not
really?
for the little, I'm not for the freaking, I'm not for the soft-hearted. Mom said that earlier. I don't know if you heard that, but she was like, you're bossy. I'm like, I just need things done, and I need it done fast, and I need it done in a kind of way. And if anybody has any input, I appreciate, hey, I love input. If people give me guidance and advice, except for when people say, put mom in a home. I've had people tell me that.
Why?
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 So I could go off and go have a career.
I think you just want to get rid of me.
That's what, no! No. That's other people's, like, solution for things. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you want me, let me get this straight. And they're like, yeah, we want you to do that. Is Stanley stuck in the room, or is he in the room? Go ahead, kitty kitty.
Is he okay?
And I think that they want, because so they could justify it. So they can justify doing that in their own world. See, because and the thing is I didn't even find out we're Native American until like 3 years ago. 3 years ago? 2017. What? We had the DNA test thing done for you. And so I didn't even know about it, but I've always had, see, because Mom came into the world. She was born with club feet in Native America, little baby, Native American baby, born with club feet. So they took her from her parents and then put her in an orphanage, and then she got adopted when she was like 3 years old. And so, and so it was like that institution. And then I was just like, dude, she came into the world that way. I'm trying to do everything I can to keep her out of any kind of institution ever. Those places suck. They suck. And I don't care how much you make them look like their own apartment and do that. They're not fun places. And I think that community living is going to come back. I don't know if your parents are cool. I mean, I don't know, but you got to be cool too. If your parents did it, I don't know. There's contingencies. Because, I mean, I guess if my dad called, I would talk to him, but I don't think that he would ever call me. I've called him, and it's like I've never heard. I'm done trying to, I guess. And I've always been the one to make the first step. Always. I hate that shit. I stopped doing it. Hi, kitty. I stopped doing it. And a lot of people, I stopped just, I'm done. I'm done communicating with people that don't want to hear from me. I get it. I'm a little slow, but I get it.
There's a lot of spiteful people out there.
There's a lot of weird people out there, Ma. Very indirect. Very indirect. Oh, kitty. I want him to come up here and then I'll freaking... Oh, there he goes. He's scratching the... Come on, kitty. He's going to go up. He's going to go up. Kitty.
He likes that stand.
Kitty.
Yeah, he likes that stand up there. See, there he goes.
Hi. Kitty.
Yeah, a little ways down.
Kitty. Kitty. Come here. Come on. He's like, no, I don't want to. I'm not in the mood. All right. I've been talking too long anyway. Mom probably oh, you already had ice cream. I haven't had ice cream. I got this Heath. The cookies I made today were mini M&Ms and cinnamon. But I got Heath pieces for the next batch. I think, would Heath mint taste? No, I gotta think about toffee, mint. I gotta think about that. Maybe I'll have a couple of because I like putting different flavors together. You know what I am gonna do? I am gonna do a batch where I'm gonna fry up a bunch of bacon and do like caramel and bacon in some cookies. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Seems like a good idea to me. It scared Tucker. You okay, baby? I gotta get another pole for this. You okay?
It scared him.
It did. He's been through worse. You alright, bud? You okay? I tried to tuck it earlier. See, it's all bent.
Oh, you got it.
You okay, Tuck?
Just started.
Yeah, I've been talking for over an hour now.
Oh, good. That's good.
See, I'll get a new one. I'll get hooks.
Instead of them.
Yeah. He's okay, Mom. He just went back to...
Oh, here it goes.
The cat? Alright. Anyway, okay. I just wanted to hang out a little extra long, I guess, because I was feeling the festivities of the Felice, the Navid, and the Dotting. And I'm so excited about Letterkenny. I'm going to go to sleep and wake up early and start watching Letterkenny on the Hulu. Hi, kitty. He's been dormant, sleeping in his cat bed on top of my box of t-shirts in there that I had made. So now he's going to be up all night. The spirits, the veil is thin. The veil is thin tonight. There's veil is thin. So if you have your protections that you do, whatever it is that you do, hang out with your angels, your guides, hell, even your demons. I don't care as long as they don't hurt nobody. Yeah, you know. Sometimes your demons are the things that protect you and that keep you safe. And I just think it's really weird when people like deny that they have them, shadow aspects in them at all. I'm like, really? You really think that people are gonna buy this Nellie Olson bullshit? That people are just like wholesome all the time? Those are the ones that are probably the most wicked when people aren't looking. You know? I get people's true character a lot. And so I'm Heyoka. And when people see, like, you know, like, people have, like, straight up demonized me before. Like, made me, like, try and make me sound like a freaking terrible human. And I'm like, dude, I have an explanation for everything, man. Yep, I do. I do the best I can, because I'm really big about keeping my side of the street clean. I really am not, you know. And people don't, you know, if people want to know the whole story, you can freaking, like, we can do it offline. But like I said, there's some things that I'm not going to talk about unless it's in real life. So, what else? We'll be back tomorrow in the AM. Now that I got the futon, I got to figure out how to get this stuff out of here. I can do it. I'm just got to stretch first.
Do we have to move out of here tomorrow?
Oh, God, no. I'm just moving. I'm getting a more stationary bed.
Oh.
No. Sorry, Ma. No, it's Christmas. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's why I would never, ever. See, Mom, even Mom, when you had when she had her stroke, she never like went to a rehab facility and stuff like that. That was never. You know they do that? Like people go to like nursing homes and then they teach them how to do stuff again. No, she just came home and went back to. She had a major brainstem stroke. You're a pretty remarkable lady, Ma. I come from sturdy DNA stock.
Thank you, Marge. Thank you.
She's like 33%. I'm gonna do one. They already have my DNA. I was in the Air Force. They have all the freaking the vampires at the freaking Red Cross because I used to. At the companies that I worked at, they always had blood drives, so it's always doing my part. You know what sucks? You know what's weird now, though? And when I was a kid, they had like 2 glucose tolerance tests. That's a lot of nail pricks. Over the years, that's a lot of shots, a lot of blood taken, blood drawn. And now my fucking veins hurt.
Your what? My
veins hurt.
Oh.
Like, I don't know how junkies do it, because like in the cold, I could feel where a phlebotomist scraped the side of my vein. And I have a phlebotomist dream. They love my veins. They look at my veins and go, they're juicy veins. I got juicy veins. And I could have been a junkie, easy. But I just never was. But I got scars in my arms because of all of that. Oh. And there's a phlebotomist and she stuck the needle and it didn't go into the vein. It just scraped alongside the vein a little bit. And it hurt so bad. I said, listen. When she did it, I was like, listen, you're not in the vein. But I was trying not to react because if she flinched, it would have fucking really hurt. Yeah. So I was staying calm so she would stay calm. And see, I was like one of the very first one. She was in training and I was one of the very first one that she'd done. Oh, wow. And so I was like, you're not in the vein, you're next to the vein, and they're not allowed to pull out the needle. So she's like, okay. And then she got up and she had to go get a person that was actually qualified to pull the needle out. So I'm sitting there going, God, it fucking hurts.
Oh,
It hurts when the outside of your vein gets scraped.
Oh,
I can feel it on a cold day still.
Still?
So that's the thing is like, I am not, people that, go to your doctors, do all that. I will never go to the doctor and know about it. I won't know about it. I won't have chemo. I'll just like get sick and wither away and die one day.
Oh, really?
I'll go I'll do everything I can in a holistic way.
Oh,
You know?
Okay.
If I start feeling bad, do things to feel better. And because when it's my time, it's my time. And there's this whole crazy storyline about implanting consciousness. And I'm like, dude, everything I've ever logged into, everything I've ever done, all 41,000 pictures I have on my iCloud, they're not my pictures. I just get access to them. And if Apple wanted to take away my access, all they could do is lock me out. They could use all my pictures. They could sell them. They could use them for market. They can do whatever they want. That's what big tech does. That's why they have these end user agreements that are so stupid and they're so long. We very well could have sold our soul, but nobody's ever going to read all that shit. So who cares? Because all you want to do is look at your pictures, right? All that stuff is collective consciousness, and everybody's like going in. But the thing of it is that a lot of people are really predictable. They go to the same place. And I never have my location service on unless I'm using my GPS for something. But oftentimes I'll just look it up at home and then figure it out for myself by signs and landmarkers and stuff like that. And but most of the time my location services are off. And I have everything set. I go in the settings. Do you want to share your information with Apple? No. Not ever. Whether they take it or not, but hey, at least they don't have my consent. Right? Right? The money does whatever it wants. We just got to make the best of it. So I think that people are going to start living locally and kind of curtailing all that big business stuff. That's what I hope I'd like to see for a little while. Just let the big business, just let them frickin' struggle a little bit like the rest of us have been doing while they just keep buying bigger and more dumb trucks and, extra frickin' vacation houses in frickin' Montana and shit, So, anyway, Benny, want some ice cream? Look, Benny's down there. Benny and Tut-Tut, they're so good boys. And Artie Pants is in his kennel. He likes to go in his kennel. They all do. Luna was in there earlier today. Now Luna's over back there by Mom. Mom's was sassy, so anyway. I don't know, Mom, you feel like watching a movie?
Yeah. You watch one with us?
It's 8 o'clock. I might start dozing off, but so might she. I was like, Mom, I'm the spinster. I'm the spinster that lives with my ma. And I was like, you're not the spinster because you were married. But me, Ma, I'm the spinster. Never, when I was a little girl and we'd read those Raggedy Ann and Andy books and stuff like that, never recognized I'd be one of them old spinster ladies.
That's funny, Mom.
We got a little life left in us yet, eh, Mom?